This is a tribute, an encomium, a paean to the one, the only, the inimitable Katt Williams. The unfiltered, immane oracle of comedy. And to even call it comedy, I think, misses the point. It's beyond that. A prescient voice that roars through the noise. Can't say it enough. You know, my friends, in an era, in an epoch where comedians have been neutered and a bunch of little geldings, these kind of imprisoned, feckless, invertebrate, spineless, neutered into corporate mouthpieces, safe and sanitized and playing it safe. No hits, no runs, no errors. Terrified at and by their own shadows. Katt Williams stands as a kind of a glitch in the matrix. Raw, chaotic, brilliant, and utterly, profoundly, unmistakably unafraid. Brutally unafraid. His surprise appearance at the Netflix roast of Kevin Hart wasn't just a cameo. It was a victory lap for us, for truth tellers. While the crowd chuckled and Kevin played the gracious host a twit. Katt Williams dropped bars that cut deeper than any scripted jab. He didn't bury the hatchet. He reminded everyone why the beef existed in the first place. Then walked off with the room's soul perfectly in his pocket. This wasn't reconciliation theater. This was Katt being Katt. Prescient, brutal, and generationally necessary. I never thought of KRS-One, but in this particular type of, what do you want to call it? Urban comedy. He was not is not a rap performer. He's a prophet, as is Katt. Katt Williams has been saying the quiet part loud for decades, and long before Club Shay Shay turned him into a viral philosopher king, he was out here exposing the Hollywood machine, not with polite little hints, but with flamethrowers. The industry runs on favoritism and recycled scripts and this play it safe nonsense, this quiet enforcement of who gets to eat. Kevin Hart became the poster child for that system, the safe, energetic, I should say, everyman who gave his soul, who sold his soul, who checked every box for studio execs. Katt called it years ago. Those ride along and think like a man roles. Come on, the ones Hart turned into a bankable franchise. Katt has maintained they were originally floated his way. Whether the timelines match perfectly or not, doesn't really matter. The broader point lands like a sledgehammer, my friends. Hollywood doesn't reward the most talented. It rewards the most pliable, the most subservient, the most pliant. That roast moment where Katt roasted Hart's box office with black audiences, devastatingly funny because it's rooted in pattern recognition. I want my MFing money back isn't just a punchline, it's a cultural feedback. Hart's films often play like, have been described as sanitized, broad appeal comedies that prioritize universal, actually diluted. Laughs over edge, so to speak. Play it safe. No hits, no runs, no errors. Katt's comedy is never diluted. It's street philosophy mixed with absurdity, conspiracy awareness, and zero apology. Anybody who works in the word Illuminati as much as he does I'm sold. He's been calling out the fakery, the parties, the selection process, and the spiritual rot in entertainment since most of today's edgy comedians were still doing open mics. The Diddy party echo, oh my God. Katt linking Hart to the Diddy orbit wasn't random. It was a callback to patterns he's highlighted for years. Just because Kevin went to Diddy parties does not mean he did something wrong. The fact that he gets all quiet when you bring it up, that means he did something wrong. Brutal, absolutely spot on, and timely. In 2024, 2025, as documents, lawsuits, and whispers about elite circles turned into a slow-motion cultural reckoning, Katt's earlier warnings looked less like crazy rants and more like uncomfortable foresight. Again, the word prescient, vatic, pythonic. He's been dropping red pills on industry exploitation for years and hidden agendas and the cost of fame since the mid-2000s. While others chased Netflix specials and corporate gigs, Katt was out here sounding alarms about who really controls the narrative. His Club Shay Shay, that's where it all changed. His Club Shay Shay appearance wasn't a meltdown, it was a manifesto. He named names, patterns, and mechanics that made sense, and that many sensed, but few dared articulate. You see, the industry's response was this, the usual: paint him as erratic, difficult, crazy, classic deflection. I think we know a little bit about that. Yet here he is, still standing, still sharp, still the one they have to invite to the roast because the culture demands authenticity. Netflix knew the eyeballs would spike the second Katt walked out. Star power isn't measured in safe box office anymore. No. It's measured in who can still make people feel something real. Then there's the, what would you call it, the fairy dust and uncancelability. Uncancelability. The gay joke sequence was peak Katt, turning the homophobic cancellation attempt back on itself with surgical absurdity. Hart's past comments, the shopping sprees, the fitness obsession, the entourage, it's all ammo for a master wordsmith. I'm not going to quote specifically. I'll let you go back. This wasn't insult comedy. It's pointing out the hypocrisy of selective outrage. See, Hollywood policies are such that they police language until it doesn't suit the agenda. Katt refuses a game. He's been canceled multiple times. Legal troubles, outbursts, the works, yet he rebounds more than anybody else, and with more cultural capital than ever. Why? Because authenticity compounds. People are starving for voices that don't bend the knee. Compare that to the sanitized roast circuit. Most roasts today are mutual admiration societies with scripted burns and gross... Look, you know what I mean. Katt showed up ready to remind everyone this was supposed to hurt a little. His refusal to fully quash and squash and remove the beef. Yes, I do, Kevin. Yes, I do. While embracing at the end, masterclass. It's not pettiness, it's integrity. He's not here for fake Hollywood hugs. He's here on his terms, for the money, for the platform, and to keep the pressure on. He is the voice of a generation. Katt Williams is prescient because he sees the long game. In a time of algorithm-driven comedy, DEI checkboxes, and fear of wrong think, he represents old-school principle that basically says that comedy should be dangerous, and it is. It should expose. It should make the powerful uncomfortable. His rants on secret societies and entertainment as manipulation and the spiritual price of selling out have aged like fine wine as more leaks and testimonies emerge. He called the fake unity. He referred to the selective morality and the puppet strings, but before it became dinner table conversation. Younger generations, especially those disillusioned by endless franchise slop and celebrity worship and performative activism, they gravitate towards him because of his authenticity. He's not polished. He's relatable. Relatable in the focus group sense. He's prophetic in the biblical sense. Inconvenient, wild-haired, metaphorically, and right more often than the gatekeepers admit. His influence ripples through podcasts and memes and underground conversations, and while Hart built an empire on accessibility, Katt built a legend on unfiltered reality. One fills theaters, the other fills minds. And the roast handshake was polite theater. Katt's set was the truth and truth serum. He didn't need to say beef over. His presence said enough. I'm still here, still sharper, still unwilling to play pretend. Hart's movies may have made millions, but Katt's words are etching themselves into a cultural permanency and a record that is indelible. And in the end, Katt Williams isn't just a comedian, he's a diagnostician for a sick and pathetic industry and a confused culture. Brutal? Absolutely. Necessary? You betcha. While others chase relevance, this man is busy making history and busy being right. And the generation that grew up on safe content is waking up to the fact that safe rarely equals substantive. Katt was there first, laughing, ranting, and dropping jewels like it was nothing. And the man didn't come to play. He came to remind everyone who the real heavyweight is. And the culture is better for it. Long live the Katt. The oracle keeps speaking. And we and you and the world would be foolish not to listen. Do not think I am overdoing this, my friend. In my generation, we had people who came along who were ostensibly cloaked under the mantle, under the aegis of comedy. Mort Saul and Dick Gregory and Bill Hicks and Lenny Bruce. George Carlin. Shall I go on? And they all spoke at first. They all got into trouble. But the ones who made an impact societally were the people who were dangerous and deemed dangerous. God bless the dangerous. God bless the maverick and the revolutionary and the reformist. And God bless Katt Williams.